So, in the previous session we have seen that is the how that onboarding that is the literature is very much alarming, and therefore that retention of the talent, and that is becoming very risky, and it is not possible to retain the talent for long period of time in case the onboarding is not done properly. In continuation of that, we will in this session we will talk about onboarding audiences. Onboarding is not orientation, develop a day one, creating an impactful onboarding plan, the magic of the early wins. So, where is the pre-start is the sweet spot. So, onboarding model shows that the process begins at the time the employee accepts the job and continues to the day she starts, right. So, therefore, in that case it becomes very important, that is the time the employees the accepts and they start this particular job, and from that only itself the onboarding starts, the way the day they accept that proposal. We call this period a pre-start. It is a pre-start, pre-phase actually, pre-start is there. It is a critically important time and is a sweet spot for accelerating a new hire's transition. Naturally, it is the imagination of that particular employee, that talented employee, that is the now I will join the organization and I will contribute and I will do this wonder, that wonder, I will create the new milestones for the organizations, right. So, there in that way the pre-start, right, that phase starts. Pre-start is an opportunity for the warm handoff, right. So, of a new employee from the recruiter to the HR business partner, and as soon as the new employee joins, everybody is feeling the enthusiasm and they enthusiastically they feel that is now our strength has become double. Now, we are having the new employee who will help us in achieving the organization's vision and developing those strategies, right. So, therefore, in that case they treated him like a business partner. This particular phase and time period, and that is called the sweet spot. It is a sweet spot is there, and on basis of the sweet spot the career starts. The day the appointment letter is received, right, by the your new recruitee, right. So, this pre-start starts, which is a sweet spot. Pre-start activities should focus on relationship building, right, that we have talked in the previous session, that is how it is important to develop the relationship building, and minimally include a phone call, right, from the recruiter or some other member of the talent team, including the hiring manager is there, right. So, here we have to start that relationship building, like as soon as you come to know that there is engagement, right. So, then definitely what is expected, right. So, that is the daughter-in-law will expect a phone call from the so many relatives of the congratulations from the in-laws side, right. So, that is a relationship building, and they will introduce, that is the I am your cousin's in-law, I am your the maternal in-law, I am your paternal in-laws, and like this, that side, this side, they will start talking. And what is that? That is the relationship building. So, welcoming, and so what is minimum is included? That is the phone call. Phone call is expected, right, that is some from both the sides, right. So, therefore, in the case it is important, that is the there should be a phone call by the recruiter to the employees or some other member of the talent team. So, maybe that the hiring manager, example is given, hiring manager, and therefore, he will congratulate and confirm, and then will say that yes, letter is following, right. So, special events, charity, lectures, presentation, etc. During the pre-start period are potential opportunities to constructively introduce new employees to an organization's culture. Like here we are having a system that is the whenever the seminars are there by PhD scholars, senior PhD scholars, right, and those there are the topic finalization or conversion of the JRF to SRF or the pre-synopsis presentation, that is a final presentation. Then those who have joined online now, right, and they have not still visited the campus, but they are the part of the presentation and they understand that is one day I have to also give the presentation like this. I have to also follow this procedure, these rules and regulations, compliance, right. So, it is not the strategy by only compliance, right, it is a strategy by compassion. If you remember my previous sessions, so that was only by compassion, not compliance, by compassion. So, therefore, that is connect, that is called the connect. I say that emotional connect is very, very important. So, before they will come to the campus, they will see that is the how the presentations are done by the PhD scholars, those who are admitted in this session. So, that will be giving introduction to new employees to an organization's culture. This is the culture, this is the practice. Other ways to connect the new hire are to encourage the hiring manager to introduce the new hire to his team at lunch or a coffee meeting prior to day 1. This is also a very common practice, and therefore, the new hires are to encourage the hiring managers, right, that is the yes, and then the asking him to join, right, that is the informal, it is not orientation basically, that is the informal gathering is there, and this is a team and maybe at the lunch or a coffee meeting so prior to day 1 of his joining. So, therefore, relaxing him, make him convenient, that is yes, now you are the part of this particular team is there. Technology can also be a beneficial addition to the pre-start experience. The following is a checklist of topics to be considered for the pre-start website. A welcome message from the president or another senior leader is there in the pre-start and with name. So, when we write dear Mr. Santosh, right, oh, so therefore, the president also knows me. So, in many organization institutes it is a practice. The practice is that is the on the day 1 that new recruitee has been taken to the top position leader, or if the person is not there or busy, then the leader of that particular department or section. So, what the topmost leader will do, that is the like a chairman, president is given example. So, they will write a letter and therefore, that is his name is communicated and is now known to the president. President knows that so and so Mr. has joined this organization. So, that will be a welcome message. Organizational's overview history story. Nowadays, the storytelling that we will discuss also, that is the how the storytelling that attract the talent. For a very brilliant boy, right, that is when you tell a story, he is totally engaged and then he has the questions and questions and questions, and then finally you say, "Arey Baba, this is a story." So, do not ask too many questions. So, when the storytelling is there, the way, the history of the organization, that is how it has been started, how hard work has been done by the employees from this period to that period, and then now wherever this organization is there, where you are seeing this organization, that it is that extent. Meeting with the executive team. So, therefore, in that case bias in the organization structure, vision, mission and core values of the organization. And I tell you that is this part, it should not be just a formality. Whenever I conduct the training programs to the employees, I always advise them that is, please try to understand the vision of the organization, that what is the vision. Otherwise, what happens, you are doing very hard work, but you are not getting the return and you are surprised that I am contributing so much, but there is no return, right. The reason is it is not aligned with the organization culture, organization vision, organizational goal, organization strategies, organization policies, organization procedure. You are supposed to know the vision of the organization, what the organization wants, and you are supposed to be the flexible enough. And here will be the problem, and it will be really a problem, because organization's vision style that requires a particular type of the functioning, and then you find that you cannot work like that, and then the talent will be wasted. So, that vision and missions are important. Organization culture, we have talked a lot about this, that is the organization culture we have to understand and follow. Then employee messages, testimonials, right. So, what type of the from the employee that message is to be there. Benefits overview, the highlights are there. What are the highlights are there? Philanthropic work and social events. What to expect the first day? What is expected? Brief survey to collect personal preferences such as office setup. This is also very important and interesting. That is like you see, that is whenever nowadays you are going to any hotel, and then if you tell them that is you will require a special type of bed because you are suffering from the arthritis or this or that, and then they will make arrangement, that is the medical arrangement is there. So, similarly, when you talk about when you are joining an organization and then you say that is this is my preferences, this is my limitations, this is the way I want the arrangements should be like this. So, that is the setup, furniture, supplies and the business cards. So, therefore, when the first day, when he just a young boy is signing his joining report, right, and then the establishment or the HR department that gives him the business card. This is your business card boxes, these 2 boxes of 100 each, maybe example. So, therefore, in that case, that is the business cards are given to him, and then he feels the ownership, belongingness. Then the credit cards and travel profile. So, this will be also giving them this particular connectness, that is the yes, I am having the credit card from the organization, I am having the travel profile also, that is how he is going to receive him, who is going to take him to further and where he has to go, right, that is there. So, ongoing CTD onboarding model, that onboarding success results from the partnership of the new leaders, their managers and their HR business partners. So, it goes like this. Offer acceptance is there, that is a pre-start, gain knowledge, setup is there week 1. Then the build a relationship, that is the first month will be there, that everybody is good, okay, take your own time and then you prepare, then you do, whether you are established, you are not established, that personal care is there, and the reality starts month 2, right, and this time period is according to this author, but this may vary from individual to individual, organization to organization, For the same individual in some organizations, this reality will be in the month 2. For the some employees, this reality may be month 3, or maybe the reality month 1 also. His honeymoon period is just for the one day, and from the next day the reality काम पे लग जाओ भाई, right. So therefore in that case, that is the reality is there. Then the receiving the feedback, and then the people say no this यहाँ पे ऐसा ही चलेगा, यहाँ पे ये नहीं चलेगा, like in-law, mother-in-law, right. So therefore that is the adjustment starts. Then the reality is that is the adjustment is there, and finally transition. And the transition is this, that is the now you are becoming the member of this particular organization. Full integration into role and culture takes 18 months. However, this is an example of 4 months, as I mentioned, that is this time period which has been mentioned here. It is a symbolic. It is not necessary that every person will go by this particular time, right. So time period may change, and it may go extend up to the 18 months is there. Somebody will take more time in honeymoon, somebody will take more time in reality, some people will less time in the adjustment and more time in transition, and like this. So therefore this onboarding success, right, that the partnership, and that will be leaders, managers and their HR business partners will be there. When your organization creates a best practice onboarding experience, it says to your new hires, we are expecting you, right. And therefore that is the like the in earlier days when there was no such onboarding process, employee is going to join, and at the security gate the security person, he asks किससे मिलना है. Then you say this is my appointment letter and this is there. So he will have a look at you as a doubt, that is whether this is real or what, right. Then he will telephone. The HR executive is busy, so he is not picking up the phone, asking this to sit into the visitors room. If he is very kind enough, that security wala is very kind enough, he will ask you to sit, otherwise you stand at the gate, right. Nobody is. But when you are going by this onboarding process, so you are expected. Security wala already knows that yes, somebody by this name is coming and joining the organization, right. And if he is going to join the HR department, he will be treated separately more extra. So that will be surplus, extra will be there, because he is joining the HR. He knows that my file will be also with this person, right. So today he is going to be the trainee, tomorrow he is going to be my boss. So therefore in that case, it is the we are expecting you, then that welcome is there. We care about you and are excited about your decision to join us. This is the culture, dear friend. This is the practice. This is expected. It is not like this, that is the we are giving a message that is you are nobody for us. There are thousands of the employees daily joining here, right. You are joining, so it is nothing great. That is not the message. Rather than are excited about your decision to join us. You are joining us, we are excited, eagerly waiting. So therefore that is making, that is we care for you. We want to help you be successful. Those resources, main, machine, material, money, method and minutes, whatever you want in your office, in your room. So that infrastructure that is ready, because we want you to be successful. We are focused on you. So it is not that where you are nowhere, no, we know that where are you, and our focus is there, our attention is there, you are under our support, and therefore that is we are focused on you. One other consideration for leveraging the pre-start period is to prepare the team. This is very, very important. Normally what happens during this particular period only, pre-start period only, you create your own team, and that is the making the team building. If job responsibilities need to be shifted, it is important to communicate those before the new person starts. well known. Not suddenly telephone comes from today, you give your job to the person who has joined today from right now with immediate effect. Let them be comfortable and let this person also be mentally prepared, that is he knows that his job has to be shifted, but not suddenly like you telephone and say that is okay, de do sab. And if one or more internal candidates were considered and not selected for the role, will remain on the team of the new hire. The recruiter, hiring manager and HR business partner can then provide context and help these individuals make the transition smooth and productive. This is a practical problem, that is the whenever you have been selected, that the recruiter, hiring manager and HR business partners, they should provide the context and help. So, therefore, this transition that will be smooth, otherwise what will happen? Then I am not selected for the role and will remain on the team of the new hire. So, therefore, it is a very particular situation where the one has to prove that he is a member of the family, of that organization, he is a new employee. So, therefore, it is important that can provide context and help these individual, the talented employee. The transition smooth and productive is there. So, best practice onboarding roles are, the key roles may vary slightly by organization, function level and individual. The key roles for the organization and individuals that may vary, but however, it is vital that each role be defined and communicated. So, here it will be important, that is there is a knowledge and it is an integration of the knowledge, new employee and relationships and creating the organizational alignment. So, this hiring manager who is having that particular knowledge and naturally for that new employee, what is important is knowing the facts, figures, statistics, acquiring with that knowledge. So, therefore, his first the condition will be the knowledge, and the second will be the building relationships, as I have mentioned. This is very important. Rather, I will give the more weightage and importance to the relationships than knowledge. Knowledge you can acquire, but if the relationship is not built in the beginning, and if there is certain problems and issues and egos, then for that knowledgeable new employee also there will be problem. So, therefore, that building relationships, that is becoming very important, and that is the finally is the feedback, whether that HR partner or that is the hiring manager or the senior position people, are they are able to give that feedback or not. So, when new employee gets this feedback, he also change, modify, develop, satisfy by that organizational alignment. He aligned himself with the organization. So, here it becomes very important, that is these dots, knowledge, relationship, feedback for a new employee, right, that has been designed and developed with the organizational alignment. And who will be the stakeholders? Stakeholders will be hiring manager, HR partner, right, and then it will be the new employee. So, therefore, here we will find that is these organizational alignment that will create, connect, and that will develop that what has been developed as an organizational commitment to the employee. The best practice onboarding roles include hiring manager serves as the primary information source regarding the role expectations and direction of new hires, right, and these primary information sources are the, that is the hiring manager from his side that is what roles are expected from that particular employee, and the direction of the new hires, that is the what he is going to hire, and their team, that what is the hiring manager will communicate that what is their team is there. Acts as the sounding board for new associates, communicates them that who are the your associates, who are the people those who are working with you, and provides feedback and direction as they learn about their role in the organization. This is the hiring manager's very important role is there. And therefore, he is giving that feedback and direction also, that what they are supposed to learn about their role and the organization. In the organization, what is their role and what they are supposed to learn. The hiring manager shares the insight and advice about the new hires team and the key stakeholders, collaborates with the HR partner to ensure alignment of their actions throughout the new hires onboarding process. So, that hiring manager, because you see that is you, some of you must have seen that is the hiring manager is even the never seen in the organization, because he is the into another office, and therefore, his job is just to hire, visiting the campuses, visiting the these interview boards, and then getting this job done, and the allotment is there. Now, that allotment, where is your allotment, that is a different office, different place, right, and then you start ABCD from there. So, therefore, what is required, that is collaborates with the HR partner to whom this employee is going to and reporting, right. So, that is the HR partner to ensure alignment of their actions, and naturally that new hires onboarding process will start. Then the talent acquisition, it begins new hire engagement during the recruitment and interview process. That is the yes, that they are supposed to hire these new employees, and there will be the recruitment and interview process will start. Represents the organization's culture and presents a realistic job preview. So, communicate about the organization's culture. What is the organization's culture? Practices. That is here what are the systems, what are the procedures, what are the practices which creates the culture, and presents a realistic job preview. That is the your job, these are the requirements, this you have to do. So, your do's and do nots. Manages the pre-start process in coordination with the hiring manager and the HR partner is there. So, that pre-start process is there, that what he is having with the hiring manager and the HR partner is there. If there is a proper coordination, because it should not be like this, that is it happens in many organizations. That hiring manager is writing, that is this person will be joining you on this particular date, and the person when visits there, and then he says nobody has told me that you are coming today, right, how you can come suddenly. So, therefore, what is the lacking? Coordination between the hiring manager and the HR partner. The HR partner serves as the onboarding process guide for the new hire and functions as a confidant, and therefore, in that case this HR partner is playing the very important role. It facilitates the establishment of onboarding objectives, that what are the objectives are there, early wins, that is the making him comfortable, taking him to the new place, are making all arrangements for him, and then giving him that particular opportunity for the settle, and the stakeholder analysis is there. Shares key documents, what are the key documents are there, because he has to start working, so he should know. So, shares the key documents and related insights with the new hire is there. The HR partner focuses on creating the role clarity throughout the new hires onboarding process. So, therefore, that role clarity is there with the new hires with the in this case of the onboarding. Facilitates the team alignment process for the new leaders, because he is joining a team and then they making the team alignment with the new recruiter, so that he is able to perform and work with that particular person. Formally and informally gathers feedback regarding the new hire's effectiveness, while either meeting with him or assisting him or talking to him or his colleagues or some other friends, colleagues, those who are there, then formally and informally talking to them whether the person is new recruiter is the comfortable or not, and assist in identifying and implementing remedies for the problems and development. So, if he is facing any particular problem while he is working into the organization, and in the, so that formally and informally that feedback is becoming very important, and the person identifies that is the whether he is able to do the job or he is not able to do the job. He is able to do the job, that is fine, but if you find certain problems, right, then naturally immediately what HR partner is required? Implementing the remedies. Remedies are to be implemented, and as a result of which there will be the developmental will be there. So, finally, what is about the new hire? Is responsible for managing his or her onboarding process, while the hiring manager and HR partner will provide support and guidance. The new hire drives the overall processes there, because now he has to start, takes the initiative to work with his hiring manager to set and understand onboarding objectives, identify targeted onboarding meetings, right, that what type of meetings are there, and facilitate other transitional activities are there. So, finally, we can say that is the new hire reaches out to the process partners when assistance is needed, that whenever he needs an assistance, then he is able to approach and is receptive to feedback and direction from those partners, and getting the feedback also from them, that is whether he is doing right or he requires to adopt certain other practices, and there will be directions also. Maintains a willingness to develop and demonstrate a deep understanding of and respect for the organization. So, naturally it shows, and he expresses or demonstrates, right, and willing a deep understanding of an aspect for the organization, its people and its practices. So, his reflection to respect, to accept and to serve the organization, that will be demonstrated. Thank you.